We color grade all of our videos in Davinci Resolve and often get asked for LUTS, but we felt like a power grade gives you more control, so we decided to make one. Of course, you'll still have to make some minor adjustments depending on the conditions that you shot in, but hopefully this helps make your workflow a little bit easier. And this is actually how we color grade, so if you like the look of our videos, then this is for you. At this time, we have a power grade for S-Log, Rec. 709, and D-Log-M since we primarily film on our Sony cameras and DJI cameras. You might be able to use the Rec. 709 for a variety of stuff. We primarily use it for our Insta360 cameras and iPhone footage. Okay, now Jack will explain how you can use our power grade.
So first, make sure your project setting is correct. So in the settings tab, scroll down to your color management. Make sure your timeline color space is Davinci Wide Gamut Intermediate and output color space is Rec. 709 2.4. Once you downloaded the power grade, make sure you save both the DPX and the DRX files on the same place on your computer. You only need to import the DRX file. To import, you can drag the files onto the power grade tab or right click to import. Okay, now I will show you how to apply the power grade. I have all the power grade imported here. These are some A7S3 footage shot on the S-Log 3 S-Cine Gamma 3. These are some Insta360 footage on a standard profile. These are some DJI footage shot on the D-Log-M profile. To apply the power grade, right click on the power grade and click Apply Grade. You do have to adjust the exposure, contrast, and saturation nodes to match between the shots. It's a fairly straightforward process since the S-Log 3 footage is a fairly robust format. Here are some before and afters. For the 709 power grade, I use it on the Insta360 GoPro type of cameras that shoot on the standard profile. Here are the shots with the power grade applied, along with the adjustments in the exposure, contrast, and saturation. Generally, these cameras in the standard profile has enough saturation and contrast, so I don't push it too much. It'll break apart very quickly if you try to add too much. I tend to adjust a little bit of the exposure and bring up the shadows a bit if I need to match the Sony S-Log footage. So for this shot, I just did a basic global adjustment for the exposure and adjust the highlight, light, and the shadows a bit to my liking. And for the saturation, I actually took down the saturation. And for this shot, same thing, but I did not touch the saturation nor the contrast because I feel like it had enough in the shot already. However, for this shot, I noticed it was fairly light without the saturation, so I did have to bump up the saturation slightly more for this shot. A note for nighttime shots, sometimes the saturation is pretty extreme, so for the CST out, I would actually select the saturation compression to kind of keep that saturation more in check. Yeah, for the DJI footage we shot in D-Log-M. D-Log-M is not exactly log, so the power grade can look great or it can require a lot of work. Again, with the power grades applied, you do need to adjust the exposure, contrast, and saturation for some of the shots. So for this shot, I just did a basic exposure adjustment and did not touch the contrast or the saturation too much. I feel like it was about to what I like. For this shot, same thing. And for this shot, I felt like it needed just a tiny bit more contrast adjustment and bump up the saturation just a little bit.
Again, we do have the 3-part color grading series. If you want it for free, it's there for you to follow along. But that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.